In this example here, I'm going to talk about importing an SVG into Blender. Here's an SVG, a fairly simple shape, and I'll open it up in Illustrator. Here it is, and you can see how it's been created. Notice it has a stroke and no fill, and I'll leave it like that for the moment. And do be aware, if you want the fill to come in, when you do Save As, and we choose SVG, save it, I'll replace that, it doesn't matter. The defaults are fine, except do make sure you click on the more options, and we set up this sort of listing here. And if you change the settings, so we need the preserve Illustrator editing capabilities off. If you don't do it this way, the fill doesn't come in. So this has no fill. So let me show you a simple example, because we'll import it, and I'll fill this one with a color. So this is an extra shape. File, save as. SVG is fine, thank you very much. And I'll call it, in this case, number 2. And more options. So we check CSS properties, style elements. But let's change that to presentation attributes and do OK. And then I'll leave it open. I'll go back to Blender, and this is my standard default. I'll X the little man, file, and I will import scalar vector graphics. I'll click on that, and let's go to my desktop and number 2. Now, there you go. You see it's coming, but it's very small. So there you go. See, there's the color. See, there's the color. So remember, file, save as, and again, I'll overwrite it. It doesn't matter. And make sure you click on more options and make sure the CSS properties is presentation attributes. And I don't need, there's no images or anything, and I don't need to preserve Illustrator editing capabilities. Everything else should be fine. And then when we print it or import it, here it is. Now I can select this and I can exit because I don't need that. It's this I want. So I'll select this all. It's quite small, and if you look in the outliner on the right hand side, you see these are all curves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if I go back to Illustrator, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 sort of objects, so that's come in fine. It hasn't come in as a mesh. We've got to change that. But what we've got to do first is scale it up because it's very tiny. So I've selected it all. I'll do S20, return, and then R to rotate, X90, return. There you go, you see. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I've got the little keystrokes at the bottom so you can see me. I've got a magic mouse, so I'm holding at the moment the control key and just stroking my magic mouse to zoom in and out. And at the moment, the origin point is in the center, but the objects, and you can see they're separate objects, are over here. So I will go up to the object menu, set origin, origin to geometry, and there you go. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What we want to do, and let me do a quick save just in case anything crashes, and let's put this on my desktop, and I'll call this logo import. What we want to do is play around with this. I want a nice little rim on the edge and extrude it, etc. So in order for me to do that, I need to convert it to a mesh. So object, I'll go down to convert to mesh. And you notice now all the icons here in the outliner are now little triangles. They're now a mesh. And I've selected them all. They're all separate objects. So I can select each one, you see. But let's select them all. And if I press tab to go into edit mode, I'm going to go to vertex mode, or I could click up here and click in the top left hand corner and change to edit mode, and vertex is what I want. And here are all the vertices you see. Now I'm going to do A and E to extrude and Y to make sure we're all sort of going in one direction. You can see that. The red, by the way, is what I have installed, the face orientation. You see, if I click on that, red means it's an inside face, which is correct. It just helps me to see if there are any issues or something. Now, what can we do? What I need to do is join the outside, get rid of the inside. I don't need it. I deliberately did it this way just to show you how to sort of clarify the items. But I also, before I do the mesh editing, I need to join them together into one shape. So I'll do Tab, Object Mode, and I'll do Control J. And now do you notice we have one orange dot? So again, I'll go to Object, Set Origin, Origin to Geometry. So now it's just about in the center, not quite, but it is horizontally, but not vertically, but that's okay. Tab again to Vertex Mode. Now I can play around. Now what I'm going to do up here in the top right, I want to go to X-ray mode. So as you can see now, I can see all the vertices. So I will do A, as you see it's selected all. I only need double tap. So A to select all and double tap A to deselect. If I select something and double tap A, same thing. So I want nothing selected. I'll do B for box select, highlight in the middle, X, delete, you see? Now what I have to do is I need to join these edges. So I need to now be a little careful. I'm going to hold the shift key down, right mouse click, right mouse click. So that's why I've got X-ray mode on, so I can see what I'm doing. I'm zooming in, shift, right mouse click, X, etc. Go in again, click, shift click, X. Are we okay? No, I've got something over here. So I'm using my mouse. See if I G, see there's another one somewhere. You see, I'll press escape, shift, right mouse click. Yep, there you go. You see, I'll leave it there. X, delete. Now, for the moment, these are not joined, but I'll leave that for the moment. We'll join them in a minute. And let's go to the next corner. Let's go to the next corner. Zoom in. Anything here? Yeah. Let's right mouse click on that to play around. No, I think we're okay with that. Again, if I do G, you can see it's not joined, but that's okay. Let's go down here. Here we have, of course. So right mouse click, shift, right mouse click, holding the shift key, right mouse click. Remember, I'm a right mouse click, select. If you're a left mouse click, select. It's the same thing, just use the left mouse button. X, there you go. And I do the same. I'm doing it corner by corner because it just keeps me organized so I don't jump all over the place. No rush. X, delete, there we go. And again, obviously I could have tidied this up before in Illustrator, before I import it. I deliberately didn't, just to show you what you might sometimes have to do. Okay, that's fine. Again, moving the mouse, holding the shift key, stroking my mouse. Let's go out. I'll just do B, box select, go, shift, right mouse click, X, there you go. And again, B, box select. Remember, this orange dot is the center point. It's not actually something to select. Here we go. Making sure X. Check you haven't accidentally deleted any of the others. No, that's okay. Zoom in again. X. Okay. Anything else? Yes, we've got one here, it looks like. If you're not sure, again, just do G, wiggle it around and left click. Can you see? So that doesn't belong there. X. Vertices is what I want. Okay, good. Anything down here? No, we're okay. B, box select, shift right mouse click, X vertices, and there's another X vertices. Again, notice this is not joined. And again, that may have been because there was a slight gap in the original vector shape in Illustrator. So what I can do with this is, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to select everything and press M, and M is merge and merge by distance. So if things are within a certain distance, they will join as one. When I click on it, I get a message, 16 vertices removed, and I can choose the distance in. I'll leave that alone for the moment because I suspect when I do G, no, there you go, it's done it. See, they're connected now, that's fine. Click on this one, that's fine. Click on this one, I'm just checking. We'll notice if there's a problem anyway later, but that looks to be all right. And let's check up here. They've all joined. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's all right. Now, I need two things. I need to fill this, and I want a duplicate of this edge in order to create like a rim or something. So let's do the fill first. So I'll do A to select everything, F to fill. There you go, you see. And to check this works, I'm going to go to face mode in the top left here, click. And can you see there's little orange dots in the center of the face? So if I right mouse click there, you see that's one face, you see. And has it faced here? Yes, it's fine. If at any time you're uncertain that you've got extra vertices that are overlapping or something, if I do A and W, W is because I'm using a right mouse click. Otherwise you do a right mouse click. I'm doing a right mouse click select. So therefore W gives me this option, this menu. If you're doing a left mouse click select, then you just need to right mouse click, which is a little confusing, but hopefully that's okay. And let's have a look. Let's move off there. W, I think, no, that's not what I want. Oh, I can do M and by distance. So you remove nothing. There's nothing overlapping there. And if they were, it will bring in. And I think as well, if memory serves, I just did an F3 there. And if I type in remove, there's a remove doubles command. I can't remember where it is at the moment. No. Which does the same thing as, oh, there we go. So you remove doubles, which is the merge. So that's fine. I don't need to do anything else. So that is one shape. Tab out of that. Oh, there you go. There you go. See, there's a shape. Notice the edge. It's a bit rough. So I'll do W, shade auto smooth, much nicer. Now, I need to go back in, and I'm in face mode now. So I've got my pie menu. So when I do a tab, I've got this enabled in the preferences. For yourselves, you just go up here and click on the drop down to object or edit mode or something like that. I want to duplicate the rim, so I need to select the rim. I'm in face mode, so double tap A to deselect. Option or Alt to right mouse click, and you see on an edge here on this face, and you should see now the whole edge is selected. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate all the faces, separate them into a separate object, and then I've got my rim to play around with. So to duplicate in Blender is Shift D. I don't want to move it. I'll left click. That means done. I'm happy. Boom. And I'll do G to move. You see, and there it is. You see, I'll press escape. I don't want to do anything, but I now want to hive it off as a separate object. So I'll do P by selection because that's the only thing that's selected. I will now tab out to object mode, and notice in the top right you see we have two shapes, and I can hide. See, there's the rim and there's the fill. So I will double click here and call this logo underscore fill. And I'll double click on this one and call this logo underscore rim and save. And let's give them a different, I'll click here, it's easier. I'll give them a quick material, new, and I just want to give them a color, doesn't matter what. Now, nothing's happening because in the top right here, I'm on the solid mode. So I'm going to go to material preview, which is the third circle here. Or you could go to the last one, which is the rendered, but this one should be fine. Okay, and let's have a look. Oh, that's the rim. Oh, I've named them the wrong way around. So logo, fill, and logo, rim. Let's check I've got that right. So select that, G, yep, that's the rim. Select that, G, yep, there you go. It's sometimes difficult to tell what you've selected because one item is right tight against the other. And let's choose a different color. So there we go. Do a quick save. Now I'm going to select the, now you can see I'm right mouse clicking, it's not changing anything. So double click A, then right mouse click, and you can see the wrong one again. So I'll just click up here. It's difficult. There you go, because they're tight against each other. Now I want to give it a bit of thickness. So I'll go to the spanner here on the right, and I'm going to add a modifier. And the modifier is going to be a solidify, which is a thickness, which is all over like this, because it's way too thick. So I'm going to hold the shift key and drag the number, and you see, get it smaller, smaller. We're going to have a problem here, you see, but first off, choose even thickness. Make it smaller. Now, the issue is the corner bits. The corners are too sharp. They're way too sharp. So I'm going to cancel that. I'll click on the cross. I'm going to edit mode to vertex. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to join these sort of here. I'm going to truncate it. So all I have to do is go to X-ray, B, select X, boom. Then I want to select these two, F, which is face, to join. I know they're not faces, but it works the same way. F, and then select these four. Select these four, you see. F. And that is now, see, that now has a face. So we've still got the inside to do, but that's fine. So now I've got to do that on all the others. Double tap A, B, select X, vertices, boom, boom, F. Boom, boom, F, shift right mouse click, so those four, F. Go down again, double tap A, make sure, B, select. Remember, I've got the X-ray on, so when I box select, it selects vertices even though I can't see them. If I don't have that, it'll only select the vertices that I can see. Again, let's zoom in a bit. F, F, boom, boom, F. There you go. And again, double tap A, B, there you go, X, F. There you go. And the last, no, we've done it, that's it, that's it. Save that, tab out to object mode. Let's put the modifier back on, solidify, even thickness, make it smaller. And now you see we have a much better, we can't go too far because it'll overlap, but we can now get, I'm going the other way now, see, outside rather than inside. I can choose. So I'm going to go outside now, which is negative thickness here, but see, now I'm getting a much better result. So I need to select the rim, tab, edit mode, and I need to do exactly the same thing. Double tap A just to make sure, B, select. See, I can't see the last vertex there. I know it's there, see, and it hasn't selected it, you see? So I need to put X-ray on, B, select again, X, and I just, oh, right, something else was selected. Why was that? So let's double tap A, B, X. Now, why is that deleting, causing a problem? Okay, let's choose these, X. Oh, because it's a fill. Okay, we'll fix the fill later because we filled it. So let's get rid of that. Now, it's getting hard to see, so I'm going to hide the rim up here. There you go, you see. Boom. I'll fill the faces later. See, I can do it that way. Instead of doing one at a time, I'm doing 4 at a time. So double tap A, B, select, B, select, X. So in this case, I'm selecting all 4 at once, and F does the same thing. Double tap A to make sure. They were essentially the same shape from the beginning, so all of this works quite nicely. And lastly, remember they're still selected down below. Double tap A, B, highlight, X, vertices, boom, boom, F. So now we're back here, but they're not filled. So double tap A, Alt or Option, right mouse click on the edge here. See, they're all highlighted. Just this edge, just this side. F, face. Double tap A, Alt, right mouse click, F, face. Tab out. Let's show the rim. And here we go. I'll do a quick save. It's not perfect yet because what I'm going to add now is a bevel on the rim because things always have a bevel. So I'm going to collapse this and I'm going to do add modifier and bevel. And I'm going to change the segments to 3 or 5. I'll change it to 5 because if you look, the lower, the rougher it looks. And you see, I get a much nicer result, but I can reduce the amount a little bit. I'm holding the shift key again. Can you see what I mean? Or bigger, but I want it a bit subtler at the end of the day, something like that. And I can do the same for this as well. Modifier, bevel, if I want, 5, and I can reduce it again. They don't have to be the same, but if it is 0.069, I can hover over, copy, Command C or Control C, click on this one, hover over, Command V or Control V, and double tap A to deselect and save. And here is my logo, nicely beveled, nicely organized, ready for me to play around with better materials if I want. If I want to put a base on, I'm going to do number keypad 1 to front ortho, front, and then number keypad 5 to be orthographic, you see. And I want a base here, so I'm going to left click here, put my life belt on, and I'll do Shift A, mesh, and I'll just do a cube, scale it down, S, scale, SX, and GZ1, oh, that's way too big, escape, GZ, I'll move it up manually, something like that. And I'll click on these two, and G and Y. Oh, well, that's my plugins, ignore that. G, Y. Oh, no. Why is that coming in? Let's select them here. There you go. G to move, Y. There you go, there you go, there you go. There you go, see? I'll click on that. I'll leave that size. Fine, fine, fine. And again, I will go to my spanner and I will go to bevel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I will shift down the bevel, something like that. There you go. So, oh, and it's looking a bit rough. So W and shade auto smooth, that's better. Or remember again, if you're left click select, you can right mouse click to get that menu. And let's give it a quick color. Doesn't matter what, just something. And there you go. And there is my logo, and I'll do a quick save. Any questions, just leave it in the comments and let us know, but hopefully that helps everyone who wants to import an SVG into Blender.